Well, we are not very far from South Dakota right now. We're still in Iowa. We've been driving all day long. Mark and I are headed out to HHC, the Handgun Hunters Competition, and Y-Shot, and back-to-back long-range handgun competitions. Cannot wait. We are loaded down. This truck is, it might be sagging a little bit from all the lead in this vehicle. Between Mark and I, we've got thousands of rounds of ammunition in here between, I don't even know how many guns we have. I have 5 guns. I'm sure Mark has at least that many. So
I have 8.
Mark has 8. So we're going to have a lot of fun out here. It's going to be a blast, literally. Well, we slept in the vehicle. We got to Wall, South Dakota at what, 2:30?
2:30 our time.
2:30 our time, yeah. And
which
so,
was 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30 their time, and pulled into a little church in Wall, South Dakota, and took a little nap. And it's now 5:45 in the morning, and I throw the contacts in and grab a bite to eat here and head on our way again. But it was a great night last night. We got some good got down the road pretty good and saw some thunderstorms. It was kind of pretty. So
lots of cool lightning.
Whew, it's never comfortable sleeping in the truck, but you do what you do.
All right, welcome to Mark Allen Hampton's Handgun Hunters Competition 2025. HHC 2025 is dedicated to Mark Hampton, an educator, sportsman, and as many of us knew him, a writer. Many of us started our path in handgun hunting reading his articles and books.
Well, we just had a safety brief back there. Chris gave a good safety brief and everything, and now we're heading out to the shooting spots. So this is really pretty out here, kind of neat.
12-inch round at 275. Minute 16 left.
Handgun Hunters competition started. This is our 5th year that we've been doing this. It came about as us as handgun hunters were a small demographic. You don't really get to practice this much. No one ever practices this thing. So is there a group of people that want to get together and practice shooting handguns at steel targets? So we put a little feeler out for a few guys, 10, 12 guys, and they were like, absolutely, we'll come and shoot this match. So we started the ball rolling in 10, turned to 20, turned to 40, turned to 60. We capped this year, this is our 5th year doing it, we capped it at 70 shooters. And with that being said, we run 4 divisions. So we do rimfire, revolver, pistol irons, revolver, pistol optics, and single shots. So with 70 people, 4 divisions, 280 shooters, that kind of gets to be a full day. Handgun Hunters competition consists of, you take factory guns or factory light guns. We try to get away from the arms race where you get in most competitions where it takes a $3,000 gun and a $3,000 optic to even be competitive. We set this up as limitations: your factory revolver, your factory rimfire if you're squirrel hunting, your factory single shot if you want to hunt deer, antelope, or elk and everything. It's pretty much a factory type competition. We take you out in the field, you're shooting steel targets from all field positions. No big huge rests and stuff like that. We have a limit on the bags you can carry for weight. It's made for hunting. Throw your gear in your pack, hike up the hill, find a tree or a log or a rock or a prone position that you might be able to make a shot from, and that's you make those shots on those steel targets using those. First time you come out here, you need a mindset that you're going to learn. You're going to have fun. Some of these guys are very good. You're not going to come out here and beat them. So set a goal for yourself. We talked about the gear, guns, and the bags and everything. Set a goal for yourself. Be like, okay, I want to make my longest shot on rimfire. Is that 30 yards? Is that 60 yards? Is that 80 yards? Whatever that goal is, try to make one little goal for yourself. And sit back and watch everybody else. Everyone has something to offer. We always have it Father's Day weekend in the Black Hills, Newcastle, Wyoming. Every year we try to do a different little theme. This year it was a lot of you're shooting down angle into the brush or across a canyon, a mule deer bed, or there's a rabbit out there. So we try to break the theme up a little bit every year to give it a little different look. We don't use the same spots every year. We have a bunch of different ranches that we go through. So next year, maybe high angle, low angle. Last year we had it in the woods, and you're looking across an open park. So all the steel targets were in open park. Okay, now you got to make a position in the woods, shooting out into the open park. So it's never easy. It's always challenging. So just come here and do your best and learn something, have fun.
What I really liked about this competition is it was very realistic for hunting situations. These are hunting situations that I've seen before and I've been in myself. Whether it be a downed tree where you had to pick a spot on a limb to get a shot over something, to a fence post in the woods, or a pile of tires sitting there that you had to get up against and get a good rest on. This was set up for hunters. Grab a bag, set it down using your fairly lightweight gun. On single shots, you were limited to 7.5 pounds, only 3.5 pounds of resting material, so you couldn't bring out a tripod. This is stuff we would see in normal everyday hunting situations. I'm not going to carry a 12-pound handgun into the woods. I'm not going to carry heavy sticks. This is hunting conditions, and I loved it. It was absolutely fantastic for that. The distances were also appropriate for the divisions we were shooting. For a single shot division, it went out to 400 yards. For a revolver, it went out to 160. For a rimfire, it was probably in that 140 range, which is a long ways. But that was just the outer limits of what we were shooting. Most of those shots were appropriate for the ranges that we're going to be shooting them in, and also at the vital size targets appropriate for the division you're shooting. So rimfires, you'd be shooting at small game animals. Some of those targets were very small, but they might only be 20 yards away because it was appropriate for the rimfire division. When you got up to revolver, they were slightly larger, a little bit farther out. When you got to the single shot division, you might have elk-sized targets at those farthest ones, but when you got to the closer ones, you know, in that 150 to 250 yard range, you're talking about deer-sized vitals. So everything was very appropriate for what you're going to find as a handgun hunter when you hit the field.
Head on there.
Six inch, 75. Okay. You hit that.
It's a hit.
One thing I thoroughly enjoyed was the shooting uphill and shooting downhill. We shot up at the face of this hill, rocky formations, down through a valley, across the valley. These are situations we don't see here in the Midwest. We just don't have that terrain. So it was really a lot of fun for me coming from the Midwest to head out there and see those situations and to be able to shoot them. That was a blast. We also met some fantastic people. The people in handgun hunting are some of the nicest people I've ever met, and it was just a lot of fun to visit with them and hang out with them. I met a lot of people that have become close friends.
Up.
Cleared it.
At the awards banquet, they had a prize table full of stuff that we as handgun hunters would want. This prize table had a ton of stuff. Everything from ultra dot scopes to Hornady presses to free Magnaport jobs, shooting glasses, all sorts of stuff that's appropriate for handgun hunting and hunting in general. They're all over the prize table. They also gave out awards down to 5th place in each division, gave a Rookie of the Year award and a Youth award. It was definitely something that I want to shoot every single year that I can possibly do it. And I would encourage you, if you're into handgun hunting, or even if you want to get into handgun hunting, this is something you want to take a look at. Even if you only compete in 1 or 2 divisions of it, you're going to have a blast, you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to become a better handgun hunter.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to my daddy's channel.